All right, so hi, Adekunle Adeleke. It's good to have you on this episode of Off the Pitch. Thanks for joining us here today.
You're welcome.
Let's go right into our discussion here. It is off the pitch, like I said, but of course, let's get to know who Adekunle Adeleke is. I know you for sure, but let's get to know you more from the horse's mouth. Who is Adekunle Adeleke? Where have you been doing all this while? I mean, generally, what is your career all about?
Adeleke, I've been a footballer, for a while now. But passed through a lot. But at the end, you just have to thank God for wherever you are now. That's just life. Indeed, it has not been easy, but little by little, there's progress, and that's important.
All right, so I'm Kunle. Let me call you Kunle for short. Let's get to find out from your background. Where did you start from? I mean, I know you're currently playing for Enyimba, that's Enyimba of Papa, but let's get to a brief background from where you started your professional football career from, and then up until this point. Let's just get all of that.
Okay. I started from an academy. I played from in Lagos Flying Sport Academy. Then from there, I moved to a club called Racine FC, AS Racine. But my first professional league team was Go Round. That was when I played my first MPFA game. I played for Go Round Football Club for one season. And after then, I moved to Abia Warriors.
Okay.
So I think I played Abia Warriors for 2 seasons. Then I moved to Enyimba Football Club. I think maybe the Abia State has been good to me. So
Yeah,
that's
that's what I was about to say. I mean, you're destined to be an Abia born, but somehow you found yourself in the West. So talking about that's a good one, anyways. A good start up until this point. But currently, Enyimba is one of the top teams when you talk about the MPFL. So I must say, congratulations for that leap in your professional football career. But then, where is Adekunle from? I know by your name we can tell you're from the western part of Nigeria, but let's be specific. Are you from Lagos, Ogun, or Shun? Where exactly are Adekunle from? And then your family background, just a little bit of it.
Adekunle is from Osun State, Osogbo to be precise. But I grew up with my family. My parents grew up in Lagos, so I spent all my life in Lagos. I grew up in Festac Town. That's where
Mm.
all my life. What brought me out of Lagos and moved to places, but basically Lagos is my home.
And then we're looking at your international appearance, particularly with the Super Eagles. And we know that it is a dream of all Nigerian players to feature in the Super Eagles. And I think Enyimba did that for you because that was the point where you actually got the leap to be called up in the Super Eagles. So tell us about that experience. How did you take the call up? How did it come to you? And then making your first international appearance in the United States against Mexico. How was that for you generally?
It's amazing, but first of all, I wasn't in Enyimba when I got the call up for Super
Oh,
Eagles.
really?
Yes, I was
Okay.
still in Abia playing for Abia Warriors when I got my call up. But it was amazing. The feeling is it's something different. Because it's a dream of every footballer. That is playing for. Everybody wants to go to Europe. Don't worry, in Europe, the next thing you think of is playing for the national team. And me playing in the local league, follow the national team was a very good motivation for me. Happy, my family was happy for me, my friends were happy. That's the
Let's move, before we move away from your career. I just want to know what's next for you. I know you've had the opportunity to wear the green, white, green already, and I know that's going to be consistent moving forward. But what's in for you when it comes to your professional football career? I'm talking club football. What's the next step for you? I know Imba is like home, but what do you have planned? Let's just get heads up on that.
um Enyimba is me, and now I've come to Enyimba, I've played for Enyimba, and I think it's time to move to the next step. My aim is to go to Europe, try to see how I can help myself over there and see what the football there too looks like. So I think plans are going on that already. I just hope it work out as soon as possible.
All right. So on that note, we say congratulations, whatever it is you're cooking up for you, and we're definitely going to be looking out for you when it comes to football in Nigeria and beyond. So let's move away from your professional football career to the reason why we're actually having this conversation, which is matters off the pitch. So let's start with let's start with the software. Let's start with the routine. Aba, it's a west and an eastern state. And then let's just know, how do you spend your time coming, being a Lagos boy, used to being used to the whole, groove in Lagos, the whole noise and traffic. How do you manage to, tune that down in our bar? How do you have fun generally outside football? What's your off the pitch routine?
Let me see. About is boring.
Let them not hear you.
Tell them at times that Aba is very boring. It's not. Aba is it's a commercial state full with it's crowded like Lagos. People, everybody's buying and selling, but it's not available like Lagos. So most times I just from home to the field. After training, I come back home. Maybe once in a while, evening, I just go out, hang out with my teammates a little, go back home.
So, I hope Aba people don't come for you, Sha, because they're in their city calling their city boring. Okay, I was trying to skip this part of the interview. Like I said, cultures differ, right? So you are in Aba and you have to get accustomed to the food, to the tradition, to way of life, which you already stated that already. But let's know, what do you miss from your home place, Lagos? As a Lagosian, I know you're going to say Iridu and Amala, but what exactly is that one thing you miss aside family, maybe food, maybe you mentioned the culture already, but what do you miss about Lagos generally?
7 o'clock, you can move around if you're not mobile, But in Lagos, 12, 1, you can. And I miss the food also because in here what I eat is Indomie rice.
And egusi.
Who prepare the egusi? In Lagos, I have my family who I can always go to and eat my amala and the
All right, okay. So Kunle, if you don't get to play football someday, right? I just want to know, like, what other interests do you have as a person? Like, what is your other interest? So what other career would you pick if you don't get to play football someday to the peak as you want to? What should we look out for when it comes to you as a person?
I'll be a businessman.
What kind of business will you be selling? Will you be selling, I don't know, what will you be selling? Spare parts? What would you be selling?
There's money, business is business. A supermarket, something that bring money daily. In our football, you get more money, and when there is no football, you want to also have that kind of business where you can maintain the lifestyle.
Yeah, just to get to know you more often, let's get to know your fashion sense. What's your style when it comes to you as a person? How do you prefer yourself aside from playing football? And let's just know, who is your role model when it comes to fashion sense or the way you want to be addressed or look?
Me, I'm the Davido and the whiskey type. I don't like wearing. So I think maybe just 1 or 2 native. I think the one is for my sister wedding. Yeah, one is for my sister wedding. The other one for my teammate's wedding also. I'm not the type of so native. I don't wear my jeans, my shoe, and my shirt. I'm good to go.
Okay, so you're a whiskey boy. Boy, okay, so that takes me to my next question. I guess when it comes to Nigerian artists, you're Nigerian, so I'm not gonna ask you who's your favorite artist generally. Who's your favorite artist when it comes to Nigerian music? I know footballers like to listen to music a lot, and so who do you like to listen to? Don't tell me Adeleke because your name is Adeleke. But who do you like to listen to more when it comes to music?
Kiss Daniel.
For real? Okay, so you're going to do me a Kiss Daniel song at the end of this interview. Anyways, let's not get there. But Kunle, just before we move to the final segment of the show, I just want to know, this is the final question for this part. Kunle, you're not a very young guy, per se, when it comes to Nigerian laws. You can be 18 and still not very young. But yeah, well, Kunle, let's know your personal life. And I mean personal, I mean your love life. What is going on in that area of your life? Is Kunle hooked up? Is Kunle married? Do you have kids? Or are there any plans generally? What is that situation for you?
Your question is that, but the truth is, I have a fiancé.
Oh, that's so Kunle is engaged.
Uh,
Okay, all right. So are we expecting a marriage anytime soon?
Maybe.
Okay. Anyways, congratulations on your engagement. So women, keep off. That's what he's trying to say. Stay away. He's engaged. But anyways, thank you so much for that amazing information about yourself. So let's move to the final segment of this conversation, which is I like to call the quiz segment. This particular segment, I get to test your knowledge of the Super Eagles. That is the team you've actually featured in, and you're hoping to become a household name in. So I'll ask you 3 questions around regarding the Super Eagles, just to know how well you know the team. And also, if you fail to answer all 3 of questions, you're going to do me a song. And now that I know you know, like Kiss Daniel, I'm hoping to get a Kiss Daniel demo from you just before we wrap up the show. All right, so this is the quiz segment, like I said, and we're getting right into it. Are you ready? All right, so let's get into it. So question number 1, it goes, which country did the Super Eagles defeat 2-0 in their first ever international match?
First ever international
The first
match.
ever, the one that ever Nigeria ever played for the first time. Now let me give you options. You have to try. You can't just give up. You have to try. Okay. A, Iceland. B, Australia. C, Mexico.
Australia.
Okay. That's the wrong answer anyways. All right, the answer is A, Iceland. They played against Iceland and defeated them 2-0 in their first ever international friendly. So my Kiss Daniel song is warming up. Okay. All right, let's move to the next question. The next question said, who scored Nigeria's first goal in the World Cup finals in USA? Who scored Nigeria's first goal in the World Cup finals in USA? Let me give you a hint. He's late.
Rashidi Yekini.
All right, that was a good one. Final question. I know you're going to get this one. So if you don't get this one, I want to tell you to pull off that green, white, green you're wearing right there. So which country hosted the 2022 AFCON?
Which country? Cameroon.
All right, that was good. Cameroon hosted the 2022 AFCON. But you failed. It's still 2 over 3. I said if you don't answer all 3 of the questions, you're going to do me a song.
I tried.
No. Don't cheat me. Don't cheat me. I said.
But 3 in class, then I passed.
No, I mean you still have to go to do like a makeup test. So this is a makeup test. You're still going to do me a Kiss Daniel song. Yeah, I'm going to have to do me a Kiss Daniel song.
But I can't sing them all. Just
a few. Let me just hear your croaky voice. That's what it is. I want people to laugh, and that's why I'm making you sing. I want people to laugh.
Okay.
Right. I'm listening.
Obana hey God do no make time for this song.
It's actually very hard for you. No worry about it. So Kunle, it's been amazing talking to you. Thanks so much for your time, for giving us a little hint into your personal life. We really do appreciate that. But we're not going to let you go without your parting words to your fans, your family, and also your fiance. Also, I mean, generally to the general public.
Keep praying for me, especially my family. I know they're doing that, but I need more of the prayers because where I'm going to is still very far. And this is just the beginning. So I just need their support, their love, and their prayers.
All right. Thank you. We'll definitely have our love and support, and we will be looking out for you. We hope to see you at the very top of your career. Thank you once again for your time. We really do appreciate it.